sure what to do with myself today.
There's ought to be said for peace.
Well met, sir.
Gotta be somewhere to make some good call.
Just one last push, and I'll be done for the day.
I'm not sure what to do with myself today.
Nice place, miss. I'm in no hurry to leave.
One never can have too many of these.
Let us take care when and how we put them to use.
Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty. Lest you forget, 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you... You will want to hear this. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
Well met, sir.
Always another errand to see to.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Vernworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
We have been charged with the felling of monsters.
We have naught to fear if we default to the experience at our disposal.
Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
well take a look while you're here, eh?
Follow me, if you would.
Simon's seen better days.
This way, Master.
Is this place bereft of beasts and brigands both?
If we seek monsters, we shall doubtless find them ere long.
We've got goblins!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
A flawless execution.
Let us aim for greater precision with our next attempt.
Would you mind coming over here? Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
There will be other opportunities to lead. For now, let us follow.
Would that such tranquility could last?
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. I'll take you in pincushion.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look.
Now that is a surprise.
Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. I shan't let them come. Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it. It's not long till daybreak, Master.
The sun will always rise again. 'Tis a comforting thought.
We might scratch another task off our list while we're here, if we are so inclined.
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
seems my feet always lead me. Oi there, friend. Care to help a fellow out? All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to lose? My thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, it concerns my ox cart business. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road, but now I feel prepared to start making trips to Melv again. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about, and I can't help but worry for the safety of the carts. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to one Sir Leonard in Melv. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. What say you, friend? Splendid! I knew I was right to put my faith in you. Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day, but I find that time flies when I take a seat at the station to wait. And mind you don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard practice, and I would advise against trying any funny business. Each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, see, in case it encounters any monsters out on the road. So anyone thinking of riding for free will have to take the issue up with them. But enough of my lecturing. Just make sure that letter gets to Sir Leonard. Then come find me when the job's done. Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time, seeing as you're doing me a favour and all. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
We need only deliver it to the intended recipient.
Wish the roads were safe.
How are we to fight with such worn-out gear?
It falls on me to resolve this. I've little enough gold to spend as 'tis.
I'm in no hurry to leave.
In every age, when the Arisen fells the dragon and saves the land, hence, pawns are treated with respect, as a matter of course here in Vermont, for their peerless loyalty to the Arisen. Not to mention, they are skilled combatants, willing to brave any foe or peril upon. 'Tis clear their concept of life and death differs crucially from our own. No morsel can match their dedication.
This ox cart's bound for Mel. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
It would allow us to save our strength. Assuming we're not attacked, that is.
Off we trot. Lots to do, and precious little time.
Carol comes off in a moment's notice.
Ah, here we are. The ox cart made it without too much trouble.
Mayhap we can employ a cart for our next journey.
Time to be heading home.
Am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him.
Might we not complete our delivery while we're here?
We need only pass our burden into the hands that await it.
'Tis as you say.
He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. But that place puts my hairs on end. Yet if aught were to befall him, I couldn't live with myself. Is that you, Norbert? Oh, fie. I got my hopes up for Wait, listen. Would you be willing to search for my brother? The brave fool said he was going to look for herbs and went off into the forest. I've seen no... I'd go and search for him myself, only... it is a dangerous place. Understand? I'm not afraid of monsters, but 'twould hardly help anything if I were to run in there unprepared and get myself hurt now, would it? So I thought, mayhap you'd go in my place. You look like you could manage those woods better than I. Please, sir, I worry for my brother. Many thanks. Right. As for where I think he's gone, go into the forest and turn when you reach the tree with the bird's nest, keeping the cliff to your right. Ah, this won't work, will it? I could see the route in my mind's eye, but my feet know it better than I do. I don't think I could plot it on a map, and 'tis hard, but my brother and I are the only ones who use that path, to my knowledge. I suppose there's only one thing for it. I'll have to show you the way. Just be alert. The monsters of the forest have changed since the dragon's attack. I'll need you to watch over me, keep me safe. You will, won't you? Right. In we go, then. My life's in your hands, friend.
Let us make haste, that no life may be lost on our account.
Always sets me to think, this place.
didn't have to work to... And my bread?
Mayhap this time I lay down my...
A good day to you.
Well met. Pleasure doing business with you.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Aye. Is there aught you require, sir?
You a traveller? I used to be a sellsword, see? If you're anything like me, once you've reached the pinnacle of your vocation.
Well met, sir.
Aye, what can I do for you? Ah, a letter from Lady Margaret, you say? She's a kindly sort, I must say. We met when I worked with her husband, Sir Gregor, on one occasion.
Shall we report our results?
Seems naught ever goes right.
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around.
Party is well balanced. I can see no weaknesses that might be exploited.
We ought to have no trouble on the journey ahead.
I suppose 'tis so.
Seems naught ever goes right. This is a good spot. Let's stop here a moment. I've camped here with my brother many a time. No doubt he could. I don't like this place at all.
Goodness. We're higher up than I'd thought.
Take care not to fall.
One cannot be too careful.
Goblins, Master! When time, be sure to avoid open field.
That was well thought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but different masters favour different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Words worth hearing.
Can anyone hear me? Please! I need help!
It was a near thing.
I think I'll be all right. But if you hadn't come for me, I'd...
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your brother. And I ought to have come sooner.
From where I'm standing, all that matters is that you made it in time. Anyway, I'm eager to be rid of this place. The sooner the better. I've got to deliver these medicinal herbs to the people who need them.
Aye, you'll hear no complaints from me.
We must proceed with caution, lest our charge come under attack.
You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find.
I'm just glad to live another day.
Knew I'd pull through in the end.
Cave. Shall we proceed into the depths?
We'd best be prepared to make our own light before we proceed.
By your leave.
This boulder looks mighty heavy, but we might just be able to move it if we combine our efforts. Would anyone care to push?
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
That's it!
Might we remove this hindrance somehow? If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aim. Might I be of assistance? Heed your senses. If aught feels out of place, it could very well be a trap.
Pray, speak up should you notice aught amiss.
Let my magic draw you an elemental.
Focus your strength. The letter has reached its recipient. Shall we inform Sir Donovan, Master? Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way. The cave. Shall we proceed into the depths?
Tread carefully. One never can be too cautious.
I am well aware of the particulars. Might we remove this hindrance somehow? If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aim. Might I be of assistance? smite our enemies.
If we mastered that attack, we would be invincible.
Thank you, Arisen. I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Our traits mesh well together. Each of us is suited to a different task.
No challenge is beyond our combined might. Out of the cave at last.
Such dark depths take their toll on the spirit.
Right you are.
My knowledge from other worlds tells me that a forgotten riftstone lies near here. Shall I lead the way?
What is it? Got a question about my training regime? Suppose that was an unlikely guess. None took to the training like you did. Open to enlist, then? No. A pity. I'd hoped to add you to our ranks. You'd seem like you'd be fit for battle, even if I were to call upon you on the morrow. Which is more than I can say for the rest. Apologies for assuming. We've had fewer folks looking to enlist of late, and I'm hungry for recruits. Many keep their distance on account of the instructor being a beastren. Oh, at the very least, I'd like to provide some decent training to the soldiers we have now. Easier said than done, especially when the weapons we were promised have yet to arrive. Tisn't like to boost their morale having rusted steel to train with. What I wouldn't give for some decent weapons and a soldier to act as an example. Someone with motivation to grow. That'd light a fire under them, I reckon. Mayhap you could aid us. I know 'tis much to ask of anyone, let alone a stranger, but what else am I to do? Much appreciated. We'd welcome what you can spare.
Sir Baron's request is quite understandable. Weaponry and motivated soldiers are the pillars of any military.
Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
An impressive view. We can infer much of the lay of the land from here.
Twould be a good place to take stock of our surroundings.
Right you are.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such Arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
Words worth hearing.
Goodness. We're higher up than I'd thought.
Take care not to fall.
Careful now! The sky is radiant this night. I feel at peace to gaze upon it.
Right you are.
I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on?
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Let me get that.
Oof. My pack's grown rather heavy.
Lessening our load will help to keep us light on our feet. We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. I grant your weapon a magical boon.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my speciality.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use. As I recall, we have another matter to attend to in this domain.
The decision of which task to prioritize is the Arisen's to make. Truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. Well done. Stay with me, Arisen. Wait a moment.
Back at last. That was an ordeal.
Aye, I'm exhausted, but I can rest after I've delivered these herbs. I'll be back soon.
Good on you. Just take care, all right? You wonder why I don't follow him? So long as he stays away from that forest, he'll be fine on his own. When my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join him. Said it was too dangerous. And I was right. Mayhap none of this would have happened had I only gone with him. My brother is always the one taking the initiative, while I stand around with my hands in my pockets. But today's misadventure showed me that the path forward is the one with fewer regrets. We managed to save Norbert. Perhaps that's all that matters. Still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of the pain and fear he suffered. If I'd only steeled myself sooner. So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts. Ne'er again will I let fear stop me from doing what I know to be right.
With Sir Norbert safely returned, Mel shan't lack for medicinal herbs. Two good deeds in one, you might say.
tend to business. Yeah, my back starts aching.
The hours seem to fly when I'm here.
Yeah, I best tend to business. Yeah, my back starts aching.
Lots to do. Precious little time.
The hours seem to fly when I'm here.
No one around here to pester me, at least.
Oh, what does this say?
Let's have a look then.
Here at the inn, we also... I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for... Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well.
Hard to make anyone smile in these trying times.
Well met, sir. How might I do, sir?